Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are here once again on the Dega Boys channel, bringing you another action-packed night here at Daytona. The Brake Hard Designs 200 will be running this race with the Backmarkers Racing League. We did previously talk about this in our podcast, so if you are here from that, we greatly appreciate you coming out and watching us tonight. But first and foremost, it is myself, and Jay in the booth. Jay, how you doing?
Oh man, we're racing at Daytona tonight. Best iRacers in the business. New league for us with the Backmarker guys. And we're excited to bring this action to you from the high banks of Daytona in the Xfinity cars tonight. I'm super excited. I'm ready for this action. I want to see that green flag already.
Yes, absolutely. Look, it's a new car that we get to broadcast as well with the new league, the Xfinity car, making its appearance on the Dega Boys channel. Oh boy, is it going to be a great night tonight. So look, we're just going to go over some of our normal stuff we go over, do a little bit of talking. We're going to bring down some of the league owners to give a little bit of a chat with them, and then we'll go racing. These guys have already done their qualifying race with their heat or clash. Basically the good stuff is already over with. So look, once practice is done, we're going racing, baby. No qualifying, no warm-up, no nothing. Straight action, full throttle, no break. So first off, let's get into some of our race info here. Again, tonight, we're at Daytona with the Brake Hard Designs 200, race 1 of 13. Track length of 2.48 miles. We've got a track temp right now of 73 degrees, and we are 37 foot above sea level. 71 degrees ambient, 55% humidity, cloudy skies with a 9-mile-an-hour wind. We are talking about some of the top fix setup Xfinity series. 31 degrees of banking in the turns, 8 degrees of banking in the tri-oval, a 3,800-foot backstretch, pace car speed of 55, pit speed of 45. That is actually wrong. There's a pace car speed of 65 and a pit speed of 55. Apologies for that. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring up the tower here. You guys can see what's going on as we are looking at this. Let's go ahead and bring down the league owners here and talk to them a little bit.
Wait.
Hey guys, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. We have Tyler Barnett and Jackson Samsel right now. These guys, co-owners of this new league that we get to generously broadcast here on the Dega Boys channel. How you boys doing tonight?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh man, I can't tell you how excited I am right here, right now, to be able to broadcast this. We've got a massive field tonight for your league, and we get to broadcast it right here on the Dega Boys channel. Is this something that you guys were expecting for the first race?
Kind of yes and no. So we've had up to 30 guys beforehand in the first 4 or 5 seasons of ARCA, like occasionally, but not this quick off the bat. So very excited. I'm a little nervous because I know there's a lot of newer guys in the league, but I mean, hey, you gotta get experience to learn, right? So it's gonna be fun tonight. It's gonna be a wild ride. I'm sure you guys are gonna get a lot of action, and it's gonna be a good start for the Xfinity series instead of the ARCA series, moving upwards in this in the NASCAR cars.
Absolutely. Why don't you guys just talk a little bit about yourself? I mean, we've got about 4.5 minutes to burn here. So, tell us a little bit about your league, how long you guys been doing this, what kind of racing are we expecting to see not only tonight, but for the whole season? Maybe a little bit of championship drama you might have, or anything else to get us a little bit excited here.
Well, that's a pretty good question. So, starting out, sorry, I'm taking everything from Jackson here, but Jackson, he wanted to make a USF 2000 league. So we started doing that. No. Yeah, we're going back that far. So we made that league, and he was the owner of it, and I just helped out here and there. Like, I helped him with the schedule a tiny bit, but I wasn't as involved in it as I was now. And then after that, it kind of dwindled off the USF 2000 league, and I was thinking I wanted to get a tour mod league going, like the modifieds. So the reason why that spawned up was because somebody else was running a league, and I didn't like how it was ran, and I was helping out being an admin. And I basically just said, okay, I'm going to start doing my own stuff then. So with that, Jackson and I paired up. We made the BMR tour mods, and then some guy who's not here tonight, Dave Krajewski, he is one of my good friends. I mean, love that guy. He's awesome. He is going to be... he's moving on to a different league, unfortunately. But anyways, he was running this super late model league, and we adopted that league to come into BMR. So then we had those 3 series, and then USF trailed off. So then it was just super late models on Monday, Thursday night. No, it was Wednesday night, right, Jackson? Oh, he's gone. So I think it was Wednesday night that was tour mods, and then we decided to make an ARCA league. So with that, we made ARCA Season 1, and we had those 3 leagues, and went on for about a year or so. And then leagues changed a little bit, gone up, gone down. After this season, we had a little bit too much on our plate, so unfortunately we downsized, and like I said, we lost Dave to a different league. So we kind of downsized greatly, but we wanted to put all of our focus into making this Xfinity series the best that we could ever make it, and making it just like a highlight, making it big, making it so you get a lot of views on your channel, which thank you guys for broadcasting, by the way. I haven't said that yet, but I am very grateful. And it's just going to be something that we can cherish, something that's going to mean a lot if you get a win, or if you get a top 5, or if you win a championship. And speaking of that, going on to your next question about a championship, I mean, there's a lot of great guys in here. I've been racing a lot of these guys for a few years. Logan is my good buddy. He's very good. He's got a lot of talent, a lot of dirt track background. Looks like we got a couple guys like Hunter. He's got a pretty high IR. I know that I have a possibility for the championship too, just because I'm experienced with these guys. I know how I stack up against them. And Michael Boyles, he's going to be fantastic, as well as his brother Adam. It's an open door for a championship, basically, is what I'm saying. And it's going to be a great battle all the way to the end. And I think you're going to get battles all the way throughout the field.
All right, well, something to look forward there. But how about tonight? What can we expect with this group of guys, with the Backmarkers Racing League? What kind of show are we looking at?
I feel like you're gonna see, you're gonna see a little bit of chaos. You're gonna be seeing some big moves, especially with guys who are familiar with each other. Jackson knows how I race on super speedways. I'm not afraid to send it 3 wide on people, but even though I'm being a big old hypocrite saying, "Don't do it, boys! Don't do it so early," but. Anyways, you're going to see a lot of big moves, especially with guys who can trust each other. But I think at first you're going to see a lot of guys laying back, waiting for that first fast repair to get burned for a lot of other guys. I think it's going to be just a huge mix, and it's kind of just going to be walking into the unknown, in all honesty.
All right. Well, look, we got a lot to look forward here. We got a great race in front of us. We've already got the field set, and we're ready to go. This has been Tyler and Jackson, the league owners here at Backmarkers, putting on this fantastic league that we get the pleasure of coming in here and broadcasting. Thank you very much for that, and good luck tonight. Congratulations on the growth of your league, and we are so we're proud to be here. Jay and I, we're excited. We are very excited.
Well, to have you guys.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
I do want to add real quick, if you are watching this stream right now and you are not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you are contractually obligated to do so right now. Subscribe to these boys. Yes. They're going to give us a show in the booth. We're going to give them a show on track. That's all you can ask for.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, we're close to that 1,000 subscriber goal. We'd love if you guys would hit the sub button. But look, we're going into the race. I'm going to move you guys up so you guys can do your league admin deal here. Good luck at the race, and hopefully we'll see you at the end.
Thank you,
boys.
All right, so here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the grid. We are ready to go and get this thing green flagged. Now, a little bit of backstory here. The original session that we were going to have kind of got a little messed up there, and they already preset the grid. So what they're going to do now, since creating a new session, is we're going to let these cars hit the track. They're going to manually get into the spots that they need to go into, and then we'll go racing. Now, it might take a couple laps to do that. It'll give us plenty of time to go over the grid and everybody else, and their starting positions, paint schemes, maybe give a little bit for prediction of what we might see tonight from us up here in the booth. Don't know yet, but I will tell you one thing. It's going to be great. We're already getting people sorted out on pit road here. We watch everybody go ahead and pass who they need to pass, get themselves in position. But, Jay, look, we've got a new league. We've got a stacked, absolutely stacked field. We got 38 drivers tonight here at Daytona in the Xfinity cars. What can we expect just from a completely blank slate like we're coming in on these drivers tonight?
I think we're going to see some just outstanding racing from the drop of the green all the way to checkered. It's a new season, a lot of opportunities to be made. We're going to see big moves, big runs being developed, a big pack of cars. Track position is going to be extremely important if we get down to a point where we have to make those green flag pit stops. Getting in and off a pit road is going to be crucial, linking up and staying with a group that you run efficiently and quick with to stay up towards the front of this field. I expect to see a few wrecks with this many cars on slate here tonight. You heard Jackson say it in the pre-race. Maybe a little bit of chaos. I expect maybe a little bit of chaos thrown out in between certain parts of this race, whether at the beginning or the end. And I'm just expecting an outstanding finish here in the Backmarkers League. I am so thankful for this opportunity. I just love racing, especially here at Daytona. We're going to see some good old racing in these fantastic Xfinity cars.
Absolutely. Look, I don't know if anybody else watching right now has ever driven the Xfinity car on iRacing. A fantastic car to drive, lots of fun, very competitive, and look, the best part about the competitiveness that we don't normally see with our normal broadcast, like the Nexus Sim Racing group, these guys are fixed. Everybody's running the same exact setup. Nobody's allowed to touch the setup. So everybody, ride heights, spring rates, shock rebound, it's all the same. Everybody's running the same thing. So it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to get interesting. But we are going to be seeing all these cars really racing together more, having the same setup with everybody else. So, that being said, fixed setup, Xfinity Series Racing. We're still getting the all these other guys lined up, ready to go. I'm sure Jackson and Tyler, they got their hands full at the moment as they're trying to, I guess, herd the sheep to the gate.
Yeah, or as Jared would say, getting a bunch of kindergartners to walk in a straight line. It'll be very difficult with 38 drivers. I mean, this is a lot of work here ahead of them to get these guys lined up. But it looks like we're getting them going here. Got the first few rows here lined up, so we're gonna go to the starting grid, right?
Well, let's see if that's what we got here. No, not accurate due to the unfortunate unfortunate mess up of servers here, but we're just gonna go slowly through this right now. Looks like Michael Boyles is your excuse me, it might be. We're gonna go with Clifton Simmons. Clifton Simmons being the pole winner for tonight after the clash that they had. Michael Boyles is starting on the outside of him in the 05. Anthony Cangalosi, P3 in the number 69, excuse me. Tyler Barnett is starting P4 in the number 18. Nick Seraph, number 67, is starting P5. Troy Nissen starting P6 in the number 19. Jackson Samsel starting P7, number 57. Steve Loving starting P8 in the number 27. Getting some more people up in here. Greg Pyler is also in the top 10. It looks like to round out your top 10, that's Austin Holbrook in the number 12 car. These guys continue to sort themselves out and get everything straight, get everything ready for the start of this race We will take our time with this as everybody gets back lined up.
Yeah, quick shout out to everybody in the chat. We got Lowell Hurt says have fun, and he also says good luck tonight. Tyler D, I believe he's driving the 54 car tonight, so good luck to him. And Doug Bullock 19 equals GOAT. So we see who he's pulling for, and then Bobby Dennis. Good luck, everybody. Oh yeah, good luck to all these drivers. Some of the best drivers in the business. About to duel it out here for 80 laps here at Daytona.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming out, everybody, in the chat. We really appreciate you spending your time with us on this beautiful Thursday evening. We'd really appreciate it as well if you go and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification as well if you want to be notified of any new content coming out every day. Getting uploaded to this channel with some great new content. Look, we're really close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Really help us out if you hit that. Become part of the Dega Boys channel and watch us as we go through our YouTube journey. We got lots of other cool stuff than just iRacing broadcasts. Do podcasts too. Every Tuesday night is a great time. Jay and I, we come on here. We talk a little bit about racing and not just one series. We do a lot. IMSA, WEC, F1, IndyCar, NASCAR. We love it all, baby. If you love it too, come on down. Hang out with us. We'd really appreciate it. As we're getting a little, we are getting formed here. Watching these
quite a
guys.
bit of organization, multiple rows lined up here. Still getting the rest of these second back half of the fields here lined up, but you can tell these guys have probably got the jitters, ready to go racing here. Done pacing around this track. Yeah, it looks like we're getting this thing lined up here, Tom. We might be going racing here soon.
Heck yeah. Got a couple people pit road here, maybe wanting to miss a little bit of the carnage. Tyler D. Talente, the number 54 Toyota, sitting on pit road. We got Corey Harville, number 92 Toyota, and Michael Grudger. He's not showing on pit road at the moment. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are lined up and ready to go. Look at all those beautiful cars on track. We're about to get this thing rolling, baby. We're going to be watching these guys duking it out for 80 laps here at Daytona. Boy, am I excited.
Yeah, everybody at home, get comfortable. Make sure you got your snacks, your beverages. Get ready for this action. You're only going to need the edge of your seat tonight. We're going to see some wild racing here at Daytona, with some of the best iRacers in the business. Cannot wait to bring you this exciting action and kick off this season on a high.
Absolutely. Look, it's a new season for the Backmarkers. Everybody starts on a clean slate, and we are going to be starting the championship run here tonight in Daytona. Not only are we going to be able to see some fantastic racing, we're going to be seeing a full field of these guys going at it for 80 laps in these Xfinity cars. Clifton Simmons, the number 55 car, going to be leading this field to green. We are coming out of turn 4 at the moment. We will be watching these guys hang out here, run 80 laps around this place. And I assume we're going green flag racing here. Welcome to the Dega Boys channel, Backmarkers racing crew. We are not. One more time around for these guys.
Building the anticipation. I was shaking, ready for this green flag. They're going to keep us on the edge of our seats just a little longer here. As we're getting ready to go racing.
All right. Once again, if you guys, we really appreciate everybody coming out, watching this stream. Everybody in the comments, we appreciate you as well. make sure you guys, if you guys like this content, if you guys want to see some future content coming out, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel. Got lots of cool stuff coming out. Really appreciate everybody who hits that subscribe button. And look, we've got a lot of cool stuff on our channel too, Jay. Why don't you take it away with that?
Yeah, we got all kinds of great content. Anything racing related, it doesn't matter what it is. Like Tom said, with a lot of the IMSA, IndyCar, and etc. All types of racing. We also have crash compilations. Give you a little bit of fix, a little bit of binge watching. Watch all the best wrecks and moments of each month. Those come out on a monthly basis. They're super exciting. And then, like Tom said, with the podcast and content from that as well as shorts that summarize a lot of our broadcasting adventures as we continue to pursue our dreams of becoming professional racing broadcasters. Thanks for all your support and all of the comments and likes on all of our videos. It means the world to us. But it looks like we are getting ready to go racing here, Tom.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. I'm excited. It's going to be a great night of racing with the Backmarkers Racing League here. Clifton Simmons, ready to lead this field to green. I think we will be getting this time by. Brake Hard Designs. Yeah.
Yes.
Brake Hard Designs. Daytona 200. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dega Boys channel. We will be going green flag. Right now with the 55 car getting a great jump over the rest of the field. The 55 looks like he might have missed a shift there on the inside of the 05. But it's not going to matter much if the 05 does not get the support he needs on the outside. The 55 in the inside lane looking like they've got a pretty good amount of support right now with the 13, the 55, the 19's behind him, maybe struggling a little bit on the start of these races. Right now, the 55 coming off of turn 2, still leading this race, doing a fantastic job. Get that car out front, but here comes the 05, getting that run down the back straightaway that the outside lane typically does here at Daytona. We're going to be seeing a drag race coming into turn 3 and possibly across the start-finish line.
Yeah, down here into turn 3 for the first time tonight. We have Simmons leading the field. Helfer Barnett behind the outside line with Boyles. They're staying in touch with this outside line. We're going to drag race here towards the line. Who's going to lead lap 1 here at Daytona for the season opener? Looks like it might be Simmons. It's a drag race, but it's going to be Simmons. Who leads lap 1 here at Daytona?
Coming off the tri-oval and into turn 1, we still got a side-by-side action for the lead. Into turn 1 they go now. The 05 almost clears the 55 as they continue to go through 1 and 2. And coming off of turn 2 now, the outside lane has formed really well. They got 4 cars in a line versus a little bit of a breakup between, Tyler Barnett and the 19 car. We're going to watch the 69 come down in front of the 55 and carrying along Michael Boyles. Michael Boyles to the front. Lap 2 here at Daytona.
Yes, Boyles takes the lead. Help from behind with the 69 of Cangalosi. They're going to try and take control of this race here, but now we got a new contender here on the outside. That's the 57 car. That's Samsel. And then he's getting help from behind with the 35 of Ellis. Can they make a move on the outside? That outside line's looking real racy here at the start as we drag race down into turn 1 here on lap 3 as the 05 of Boyles continues to lead. Help from Cangalosi.
Coming off of turn 2 now, watch that outside lane. They're going to get a little bit of a run here coming down the back straightaway as he continues to get help from the 35 and the 76. Here comes that run, the 57 on the outside of the 05. He's making a push to the lead. Into turn 3 they go, and they're still battling it out. They're door to door. Maybe the 57 holding back just a little bit at the moment. But off of turn 4 now, the 57 looking like he's going to have the advantage. Coming to the start-finish line. Into the tri-oval they go. And the 50... Oh, the 35 gets real loose there. We're 3 wide. The 76 is still holding it straight. Incredible. The 57 does lead that lap. Lap 3 completed by the 57.
Unbelievable save here by Ellis in the 35 car. He was dang near sideways across the line. And now it's going to allow the inside line to prevail here. Boyles is going to retake the lead. Your first 3 cars are cleared. The outside line's got to build this momentum back up. Oh, as the 69 car goes out of line sideways, so does Barnett. Barnett's trying to get back to the front of the field. He's going to lead that outside line. Simmons is going to try and get to the rear bumper of Cangelosi and try and help that inside line with Boyles leading. Here off of turn 4, it's still going to be Boyles, but Barnett's now making a move on the outside as the 69 squirrely again here off of turn 4.
Coming to the start-finish line right now, it looks like Michael Boyles is having that extremely fast car. The 13, though, prevailing on the outside at the moment. That is Tyler Barnett on the outside. He's getting help from Jackson Samso. We talked to these boys right at the beginning of this race, and they're very confident in their skills in racing here tonight at Daytona. The 69 all over the rear bumper of the 05, coming down the back straightaway. It looks like the 57, he's going to come to the bottom line, and so does Barnett. Now the inside line is formed. The outside lane needs to garner more support to try to get back up to the front.
Wow, this has been just some fantastic racing here at the beginning of the race. We just have all kinds of different moves and line changes as now Barnett takes point on this race. Help from Samsel. Those 2 guys are working extremely well together. And now you got the 34-5 car of Ellis, who made an incredible save just a couple laps ago. He's leading that outside line. Help from behind from Staten. And they've got a couple more cars behind them trying to make a move to get up to help and support that outside line. Trying to garner that support to get to the front of the field that Barnett is controlling here at the moment, as that inside line is uniform and they have the numbers.
The outside line is getting that run once again, coming down the back straightaway. The 76 doing everything he can to propel that 35 into turn 3 to get back up to the door of the 13 of Barnett. Barnett doing everything he can with teammates behind him. The 57 has pushed him to that spot, but now coming off of turn 4 into the tri-oval, the 35 is getting a fantastic run across the line, and it's too close to call. It looks like it might have been Ellis right there to lead that lap. Action-packed here so far. Lap 6 is complete at Daytona.
Action-packed is an understatement. This race has been thrilling. So many lead changes here at the beginning. You see a couple guys in the back there. The 69, a little squirrely. He's going to touch the apron a little bit there. His handling might be going away a little bit here. As you see the 35 on the outside still leading the way here, trying to make this outside line work. Help from Staten behind him. Can they clear Barnett? Oh, Samsel grabs a little bit of apron there in turn 3. It's going to be a little bit of a drag race here off of turn 4.
Off of turn 4 they go now. The 35's getting a great push again from the 76. A little bit squirrely in the back there. The 69's all over the place. Anthony, he's on the apron. We're 3 wide through the tri-oval, and we're wrecking. The 69 is around. The 55, the whole backfield gets collected in this. We've got damage everywhere, and it is not a good showing that the 69 wanted. Lap 8 has just been started, and we get a wreck across the start-finish line.
I gave him the announcer's jinx. I was talking about him being a little squirrely there in the back, and he went around. Multiple cars involved. Bumper covers were flying here into turn 1.
Let's go back and take a look at that. That was pretty wild there. We got lots of people involved. Fortunately, this number 69 of Anthony Cangelosi not getting the result he wanted. Now coming across the start-finish line, the 55 and the 69 make a little bit of contact there. Not what, not an ideal situation. The 34 just barely getting by.
Wow.
93 takes that T-bone back to Longhorn Steakhouse there and gives it to the 55. The 93, unfortunate for him. Nowhere really to go. The 14 as well, getting a little piece of that action as well. Unfortunate for these guys so far. Kyle Hubbard, big part of that wreck. As 22 still wrecking up front here as well. Adam Boyles. Getting some big praises at the beginning of this race by the league owners. Unfortunately, we all know this. The super speedway races like this, kind of a crap shot when it comes to trying to win this race, keeping a clean car. 22 getting a little bit of damage there from the 10 after the fact. Unfortunate for these guys. We'll go back live and see what we can find here.
Product of Daytona plate racing. Running in a pack, it's bound to happen. It's not if, it's when, and we see it here on lap 8. Multiple cars involved. see what they could do to get those cars fixed and back out on the track and back in contention. As your current leader is Ellis, who is making up such great ground on the outside there with Staten. They're going to take control of this race as we see pit stops here.
Here is Michael Boyles being the first one down pit road at the moment. He's going to be taking that chance, going to fill up that car full of fuel. James Malloy, Kenny Troughton, Greg Pyler's also electing to come down pit road. Got a couple more. Kyle Hubbard, we were just talking about him getting some big damage there. He's going to try to get that thing fixed. Nicholas Moffitt also on pit road. All right. Kyle Ellis is your leader at the moment. Watch the race off of pit road at the moment as well. Michael Boyles being the first one off of pit road. See the 25 got a little bit of damage there. Real quick through the chat. Look who decided to show up. That's Santa Dega. Man, he says the Dega boys rock. No, you rock, sir. You rock. But I appreciate it. Hemigod said, that's the big one. Sure was. It seems like half the field got involved in that one. Although, some great racing up to that point. I mean, we saw, wow. Did we see a lot there?
Yeah, I think we had probably a good 5 to 7 lead changes there. So many to keep track of. We had the outside lane making moves, the inside lane making moves. A lot of bump drafting, pushing, controlling the line, trying to push the guy out in front of you out into the lead. A lot of jockeying for position, just everything you expect when you come to Daytona, and we were witnessing it here early. It's maybe a little precursor for what we're going to see for the rest of this one, as the intensity will continue to ramp up as the laps wind down here in the season opener.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I tried looking for Kangalosi here. Can't really find him in the chat. So, how about we try to find Mr. Ellis, if he is in the chat here. And he is not. Oh well. Look, we got a lot to talk about though. Look, the first 7 laps of that race, what did we see? We saw a very strong outside lane being able to be formed. So far, it's almost looking like that outside lane is almost preferred at the moment. If you can choose that inside lane on a restart, and then move yourself up to the outside lane. If you can garner the support, that outside lane is pretty strong. It's going to be really hard to beat that from the inside lane.
Yeah, I agree. We saw the inside line really formed in uniform, and it just didn't seem like they could really get an advantage over that outside line. The outside line would dissipate a little bit. The momentum would get built back up, and they'd go right to the front. So it'll be interesting to see if they can continue to make that outside line work with the limited support that they have, or if the inside line can find a little bit more pace if they get more cars lined up. It'll be interesting to see who can make moves from the back. We saw a lot of wreck avoidance back there. See if maybe their strategy changes from here on out. But the lights are out on the pace car, and you know what that means.
We are going green flag racing this time by, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be watching the 35 of Casey Ellis leading the field to green. It's going to be his first time tonight leading this field, but he's going to have that great pusher of Matt Staten on the outside of him. He's going to have to rely on Mr. Barnett here to be able to give him a good push to keep him out front. Or might see a little bit of I don't know, teamwork here. You see the 76 might pull down in front of the 35 and maybe get that inside lane trucking like they need to. Lots of things happening, though. We still got plenty of cars on track. We still got plenty of laps to go. Off of turn 4 they are. We will watch the pace car come off the racing surface, and these guys be back duking it out once again for the lead of this race. The pace car is off the racing surface, and the 35 working his way up to the restart zone, and the green flag is out in the air. He gets a fantastic jump over the rest of the field. The 76 struggling a little bit on the outside, even though he's got that help from the 12. The 13's got a big gap in front of him as well. The 57 of Jackson Samsel, excuse me, he's got a big gap there. The 91's got a big gap from the 12. It's going to be a 4-car duel coming down the back straightaway where the outside lane will have a slight advantage due to the run that they get. Down the back straightaway now, we're going to be watching these guys go battle door to door going into turn 3.
Yeah, as it looks like the inside line's formed up really well. The outside line with 2 guys in that line. We have another guy that pulls out of line here in the back. I believe that is the 67 car of Seraph. So can he get to the rear bumper of Holbrook and help that outside line prevail here as Ellis is leading, help from Barnett. And you also have the 57 of Samsel down there. Those guys have been working well all race long because they continue to lead here on lap 13, or starting lap 13. 76 car on the outside. Oh, the 91 gets out of groove a little bit. He hangs on to it as we continue here into turn 1.
Turn 1 is here, and the 35 is still leading. We saw a little bit of a bobble there by the 67 through 1 and 2, and the yellow flag is out. Andrew not having a good time right now. Kyle Hubbard again caught up in a wreck after already taking his quick repair. That right front is hurt bad. Not even moving at the moment. We did not catch that on camera, but beauty of technology today will bring us right back to the action. Let's go back to the crash cam and see what happened. It's already carnage going on here. And let's just see what we can find. It's these guys duking it out here.
Oh, a little bit of stack up, maybe a little bit more momentum than they expected. Gotten to the back of, I believe that's the 93 car. Oh, he goes around.
I'm trying here. 25 taking a huge hit to the outside wall. 10 car there already getting some damage.
Oh, and then the 03 and the 69 both up into the outside wall here off of turn 2. Significant damage for those guys. No, the 69 was already involved in a crash. Not the way he wanted to start his evening here at Daytona.
Let's just go back real quick and, we're going to rewind it just a little bit here. I'd like to take this with the onboard Dega Boys cam on the number 69 car coming out of the tri-oval. See what he saw.
Just not much he could have done there. Everything happened so fast around him. By the time he had a chance to react, it was already too late. So unfortunate here for Kangalosi.
Absolutely it is. Once again, Kangalosi being caught up in a wreck. And it might just be the end of his night. Ten car.
More pit stops.
Absolutely. Logan Monteith here coming down pit road. Getting some pit stops done. Blake Hopp, James Malloy, Tyler De Talente.
Tyler D down pit lane.
Looks like the 99 may have won that race off of pit road. Although the 54 is coming out on top right now. And there you have it. A little wreck in the back there caused a lot of stir up between these drivers. Lots of drivers already being caught up in something, and we just see a lot of drama. Now, Casey Ellis still out front leading this field. Doing a great job to keep that 35 out front.
Yeah, as we got a lot of the same names running up front off of that restart. Wasn't able to get a lot of momentum built up on that outside. But you saw Seraph up on the outside making some moves. He got himself up into a 6th place position at the moment. 7th, behind Stewart, who is also up in the front of the field. We haven't seen him up at the front of the field yet tonight. So we'll see what these guys do on this restart. Now we're going to shake these lines up. Ellis is going to lose his help with Barnett on this initial start as he's going to go to the outside. Stanton will be back linked up with Ellis. Those two guys have been working very well together so far in this race. And Samsel will be on the bumper of Barnett. So the guys that have been working together for most of the beginning of this race are linked up again.
It's got to be good news for some of these guys up front. Being able to get some familiar faces you know, being able to work with you. So, lots of good stuff heading forward to these guys. And, looks like we will be going green flag racing this time by. We're going to be going right back into the action here.
As it looks like we still got a few guys on pit lane getting some repairs. A couple of guys out of this race currently. A couple of guys a lap down. So we'll see how those guys can progress with their race, fixing the damage or getting those laps back there. As you see Harkin down 2 laps. But we're going to go green flag racing here at Daytona. We've seen some fantastic racing so far, and it's only going to get better here at Daytona. Get the field lined up side by side behind the pace vehicle, which the lights are out this time by, which means we are going green flag racing. We have TP Gaming in the chat. It says Sanadega rocks. As we are on lap 16, coming to get lap 17 here on this restart, and get back to some fantastic green flag racing.
Yeah, absolutely, Jay. Just a quick report here. We got a couple drivers out of the race. Looks like the 69 of Anthony Cangelosi and James Zangi are still on pit road, working over some damages there, as you guys can see on the left-hand side. It'll flip up, and you can see Lagunas, Hubbard, McGillo, and Cowell out of this race so far. So, early nights for some of these guys as we're about to go green flag racing once again. 35 car of Casey Ellis going to be leading the field. The 13 on the outside of him into the restart zone that we go, and the green flag is out in the air. The 35 does get another great jump over the rest of these guys. The 76, including himself, can't get back up to the rear bumper of the 35. It looks like the 13 and the 57, they're being able to get linked up pretty quickly. They're getting the run going into turn 1. The 13 and the 57 making that outside lane work. And the 35 and 76 still trying to get linked back up together as the 67 now is coming to garner that support that the bottom side needs, but it may be too late. The 13 and the 57. The 13 has already cleared the 35 as these guys continue to push each other out of this world going into turn 3.
Yeah, these guys have got the momentum built up down here into turn 3. We're almost up to full speed. As you see the 57 and 13 working together extremely well. Ellis leaves a little bit of bottom open. It's going to be a little bit uneven of a push here by Stat, but they're going to continue to push. Who's going to lead this time at the line? It's going to be Barnett. He's going to take the lead here on lap 18 as that inside line is formed really well. The outside line's formed really well. We're going to have a little bit of a drag race here into turn 1 and off of turn 2.
Door to door and side by side for the lead of this race. The 35 is not giving up, even though he does not have the support like the outside lane. The 13 and the 57 pushing extremely hard to try to get around the 35 coming down the back straightaway, and they're being really successful in doing it. Into turn 3 they go once again. The 13 does clear the 35 for a minute there, as the 57 does not get up to where he needs to make that pass. It seems like the 13 and the 57 are going to stick side by side, or bumper to nose here till the end, as they're now battling it out for the lap lead here. The 35 gets it this time by as they're coming out of the tri-oval.
Yeah, as you saw a little bit of contact there from the 13 and the 35 there in the tri-oval. These guys are pushing for all their worth right now. They know how important it is to keep control of this race and stay in front. As you see, the outside line's kind of losing a little bit of momentum here off of turn 2. That's going to allow the 76 and the 35 to kind of check out. But now you see the outside line forming back up. Here comes Holbrook to come and push the 57 into the 13. They're trying to take the lead, but that inside line's doing so well. Is now Ellis is going to go back to the lead here off of turn 4, still drag racing.
Off of turn 4 they go. The 35 does get a great advantage over the 13. We're coming into the tri-oval now, but the outside lane is prevailing. It's not going to be enough, though. The 35 leads the lap once again, coming out of the tri-oval, and into turn 1 they go. The 13 of Barnett, he's doing a great job to keep that car up front. just not enough at the moment. It's actually pretty incredible to watch this right now. That inside lane really only has 3 cars versus that whole outside lane that is them. They're trying to make this work and they can't. That 35 car is so strong tonight. We're definitely going to be seeing him as a contender as they come down the back straightaway now and into turn 3.
Yes, oh, we got a little bit of a stack up here and off of turn 4. It looked like the 91 car checked up a little bit. That was near disastrous out of turn 4. We're going to all save it and continue on, but they're going to lose some momentum on that outside line, and now that's going to allow Ellis to retake the lead. Help from Sten. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact here through the tri-oval. Barnett is into the right side door of the 35 of Ellis, but the outside line is prevailing. Here comes the 57 and the 13. They're going to clear Ellis. They're going to take the lead here into turn 1.
It was only a matter of time before that was going to happen, Jay. We know how strong the 13 and 57 are working together throughout this race. These guys now taking control of the bottom lane, and it seems like the outside lane might be forming a little bit of a storm here to come back to the 13. The 12 car of Holbrook, he's looking to make a run on the outside, going through 3 and 4, and he's slowly working his way up. The 35 not getting back to the rear bumper of the 57 now, coming off of turn 4, and it might just be another lap led by Barnett. Coming across the start-finish line now, that 12 car, he's working his way up now, coming off the tri-oval and into turn 1.
Yeah, as we have some new contenders surfacing to the front of this field. You got Holbrook and Stewart working together on the outside now, kind of leading that line. As the inside line has those 2 cars, they've been working so well together, Barnett and Samsel. Can they continue to lead? Ellis is losing a little bit of ground back there, maybe building up a run to continue to push that inside line. But now Holbrook, he is looking to take the lead of this race here in a turn 3. We're door to door with the 2 leaders, inside and outside line. Holbrook's going to lose a little bit of momentum as Samsel grabs a little bit of apron there in turn 3. He's going to push Barnett back to the lead here off of turn 4. Who's going to lead this lap? It might be Barnett with the momentum on the inside.
Coming across the start-finish line now, it's Barnett once again leading this lap. The 12 car on the outside has kind of stalled out with the run that he should be getting. Maybe that outside lane is not as organized as they need it to be to get around this 13 car who continues to lead, and we've got a yellow flag. The 99, Monteith, we got cars on their side back here. Tyler De La Tente, the 37 of Blake Hopp, the 92 getting a bunch of damage here on lap 23.
Yeah, the 37 car rolling on his side there. Significant contact. I'll have to go back and look and see where that developed from, but that was big.
Yes, absolutely it was. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened to these guys. The 37, looking like he might have gotten a big old chunk of this right now. A little bit of an aerial view here. Looks like they were already wrecking in front and just, wow.
Oh, wow. So it wasn't the 37 on his side. It was actually the 92 car. Significant contact by a couple of those guys. You saw Tyler D in there making some outside contact. Oh, maybe a push gone awry here at the back of the pack.
Yeah, let's look at this just a little bit closer here, Jay, and see what happened. The 92 and 25 seem to be a little bit in trouble here going into turn 1. Maybe a little bit of a unintentional touch, or maybe the 92 just got a little loose and the checking up a little bit. The 25 got into the rear of them and tries to overcorrect and comes right across the track there, barely missing the 55.
Oh my goodness, the 34 car has got a cat's foot, a rabbit's foot in his back pocket tonight. He is missing everything. Malloy, incredible.
Yeah, he's got that golden horseshoe taped on his dashboard. He's trying to win this thing. He's getting by on the skin of his teeth right now. The 37 just coming in with the absolute
contact.
nuke. Holy cow.
Oh, man, there's a lot of big hits in this incident here. Many cars taking some hard hits. You saw Tyler D in the 54 make a big hit. The 25 car made a huge hit up to the outside wall. The 7 car kind of a casualty or an unwanted victim in that one. See how much damage some of these guys got and if they can get those things fixed up and back in contention in this race.
All right, here's Tyler Barnett coming off of pit road right now. Looks like he is going to win that race. Casey Ellis now coming off of pit road. The 27 right behind him, that's Steve Loving. Austin Holbrook, though, he's making up some good time right there, getting ahead of Casey Ellis coming off of pit road. These guys making some big moves on pit road. We do know a lot of races are won on pit road, putting yourself in a great position there to try and get yourself up front and take advantage of every situation. Right now, Austin Holbrook is that guy.
Yeah, we've seen all night long how important this track position is to get and to maintain. Only a handful of drivers have been able to do that without the lead being taken away from them and lapped later or a turn later. So big moves can be made here on pit lane, and Holbrook definitely is that guy tonight. Try to get one of these front row starting spots and maintain that track position as these laps continue to tick off here at Daytona.
Absolutely. We're on lap 25. Be completing this lap, moving on to 26 across our finish line. Right now, though, Peter Stewart is leading this field. He found himself up front past Matt Staton. Up in P2, Michael Boyles in the 05, finding himself back up into the top 5. Nick Seraph, number 67, is P4, with Bobby Dennis rounding out your top 5 right now. Got some new faces up here, Jay. Going to be seeing a little bit of mix-up here with some of these drivers. It's going to get exciting for sure. We've got, you know, the quote-unquote fast drivers that we've seen tonight of Casey Ellis, Austin Holbrook, Tyler Barnett. These guys all the way back in 11th place. Got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they can get back up to the front of this field quickly and efficiently with the amount of lane jockeying that we've seen, the amount of runs that one lane could get over the other. It's going to be very interesting if they can pick the right lanes, fight each other early and link up, and maybe they can make their way back to the lead. Do we see a potential third lane develop here in this race? That's going to be a big question mark. Let's see if that becomes a thing or an opportunity for these drivers to gain some of that track position back. But we've seen some fantastic racing so far. We've got so much more here to come tonight. But the lights are out on the pace vehicle, and we all know what that means.
Yes, sir. Going green flag racing this time by. Real quick in the chat, Hemigod says, "This is great so far. Announcing is awesome." No, sir. You're awesome. Thank you for coming out and watching and commenting. It means a lot to us. And if you ever so inclined, hit that subscribe button. Help us reach that 1K goal. We're so close. We're so close. Ready to do it. He's cheering on Bobby Dennis. All right. Heck yeah. Look, this is the one thing I really like about Bobby Dennis. He's got that RuneScape paint scheme.
Yeah, that's a throwback for the ages right there. I like it. I dig it.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely. I see Bobby Dennis in here all the time, streaming to Twitch. Make sure you guys go check out his channel, too. He does a lot of good stuff over there. But right now, it's Peter Stewart coming off of turn 4 right now. He is going to be leading this field to green. The first time we see the 91 out front. We're going to be seeing a great battle once again. The 76 on the outside of the 91. That's Matt Staton. Michael Boyles in P3 with Nick Seraph in P4. These guys ready to duke it out as they go into the Geico restart zone. The green flag is out in the air, and the 91 gets a fantastic jump over everybody. Michael Boyles can't even keep up with him as he's got a big gap between himself and the 91 and a huge gap between himself and Bobby Dennis. Everybody now working down to the bottom lane. There is no outside lane unless we go all the way back here to the 32 car of Jordan Nissen. He's side by side with the 64 of Michael Grudger. These guys duking it out to try and get this outside lane working as the inside lane is already formed coming down the back straightaway. That's going to be a huge ask to get that 64 back up to the front going into turn 3 now.
Yeah, a little bit of strategy being played, everybody going to the inside line, but this might be an opportunity for these guys that pitted, like Barnett and the 35 of Ellis, to link up and get back to the front of this field, as now they're to the inside of the 32 car. They're going to try and make a run up through the field here as the first 6 or 7 are all single file on the inside. As now you see the 64 car down to the inside, that's Gudger. He's going to try and make a move as he's going to try and get right behind Bennett and support him as we got the first 10 cars now single filed out here at the front end of turn 2.
Absolutely, these guys are still single file. In fact, we actually got another lane right here. Tyler Barnett, he's looking to make a run to the front on the outside. He is currently P8 after starting P11. He's making up some ground, but he is losing support. The 64 bails on him, but here comes the 57 in to save the day. He's going to the rear bumper of the 13, trying to make that outside lane work, and the 84 comes right up in front of him. The 13's got a lift. He's got flames coming out the side of that race car. So does everybody else. Everybody has to check up for that 84 car of Kalufa as they come across the start-finish line.
Wow, major checkup action there across the trioval, but now Barnett is going to be the pusher, not the pushy, as he's going to continue to push the 84 car, as now Ellis has made up some ground. Ellis is going to get in front of that 84 car. Where did he come from? He got shot out of a cannon. He's going to take advantage of those guys duking it out, as now the outside line is here. It is formed. You have the 02 car, as well as the, looks like the 67 of Seraph.
Oh,
is there Ellis around the wall? Ellis is around, Barnett's around. Oh my goodness, some of the heavy hitters taken out in this one.
They're still piling up behind him. The 35, Casey Ellis, gets around there, and he sees his night come crashing down. Unfortunate for the 35, trying to get his way back up to the front of the race, or front of the pack. Just does not happen like how he envisioned. We're going to go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened between these guys. The 35 now coming to a stop on the apron. Let's take a look at this. 35 just gets a little too high and into the wall. A little bit of an overcorrection there and just slams the outside wall. The 13 gets involved. Barnett. Samso looking like he gets involved too.
Yeah, I saw Jackson Samso, the 33 car. He's trying to whoa it up, and then, he makes contact with Barnett as well. Unfortunate. Some of your heavy hitters, some of the guys that have led the most laps tonight involved in this one. Big setback moving forward in this race. Maybe a game changer here for some of these other guys at the front of this field.
Absolutely. It's an opportunity presenting itself for these guys who have not been up front yet, as we now see some of the heavy hitters that we've been watching at the beginning of this broadcast being taken out in that race. Peter Stewart now coming down pit road. That was the leader of the race. Matt Staton also coming down pit road. We're having a whole slew of drivers now coming down pit road. Bobby Dennis, Jackson Samsel, Michael Grudger, everybody and their grandma is coming down pit road at the moment. Michael Boyles leads this race.
Yeah, Michael Boyles back to the front of this field. Not sure if him or the second place Broderick, who's now making his way to the front of the field. Seraph, Kalufa, some of these new guys up at the front of this field. Not sure when they last made their pit stop, but taking advantage of other people's pit stops and misfortune, and now they find themselves at the front of this field.
A great position to be in, really. Michael Boyles, again, taking advantage of the situation. He's going to be coming out and leading this field to green. Right now, Bobby Dennis back out on track. Nick Galis, Jordan Nissen, Matt Staton. All these guys coming out, getting some pretty good pit stops going on here.
This is going to be game-changing now that we've got the field kind of shaken up a little bit. Put them all in a bottle and shake it, see where they all land, and that's where we're at now. So we're going to see new front row with Broderick and Boyles as the lights do go back on the pace car. So we will go back around one more time at least. Seraph, Kalufa, Robst, Loving, also Boyles, Malloy. Let's talk about Malloy for a second. Absolutely. This guy has avoided every wreck out here tonight. Now here he is in a top 10 position. Unbelievable.
Jay, let's bring down Malloy for an interview real quick and talk to him. James Malloy, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Howdy.
James, what a just white knuckle race you've had so far. All those wrecks that you've missed. And now you're sitting within the top 10. You're in P7 right now. Tell us what is going through your head.
It's just a game of survival at the moment. We still got at least 40 laps, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. A long way still to go, but your luck has really just been insane so far. Where do you see yourself now coming through this this next green flag, and do you see yourself staying up on the top side there and trying to get back to the front?
I'll go wherever the momentum is.
All right. That's what I like to hear. Pure race car driver at the finest. Jay, that's all I got for James. What do you got for him?
Yeah, I just want to say good luck, and hopefully we're talking to you here at the end of the race as a winner.
Yeah, thank you guys. We shall see.
All right. Good luck. That was James in the number 34 car. Again, we've seen him. Almost every wreck, he's just inched by. And you can tell by the right rear bumper of that car, he's still got a little bit of damage there, but my goodness. My goodness,
I mean,
this guy.
it's insane what he's done tonight. A cool story to follow as this race progresses to see if he can get to the front of this field and keep surviving. But as we go down the backstretch, the lights are out on the pace vehicle.
That means we're going green flag racing this time by, ladies and gentlemen. You had your chance to go and refill or restock your beer. Maybe eat a little bit of snacks there. My personal favorite, trail mix. But the 05, the 05 Michael Boyles once again finding his way back out front, coming off of turn 4 now. We're going to be watching this pace car come off the racing surface, and the control goes to the 05. Michael Boyles ready to lead this field to green once again. Into the tri-oval they go, and into the restart zone. The green flag is out in the air, and the 05 gets a great jump over the rest of the field. The 16, almost like he was caught sleeping right there. The 84's already all over the rear bumper, but the 16 is side by side with third place, and he's going to clear him. The 16 is all the way back to fourth place now as the inside line has formed. Michael Boyles has got the 67 and the 5 behind him. That's Nick Serif and Robert Brobst. These guys are already way out front. The second line is non-existent. Coming down the back straightaway, we're seeing the shuffling already.
Yeah, as now everybody's jockeying for positions. That outside line didn't get going, so that left an opportunity for the inside line to take advantage and other guys to make some moves. But Serif is looking to the outside of Boyles. He was taking a peek. He didn't get the help from behind with Brobst. Brobst did not go with it, but here on the outside comes Adam Boyles. He's trying to get up there and take the lead from his brother up here at the beginning of this race. This is fantastic racing across the tri-oval, as here comes Boyles on the outside.
Boyles on the outside gets his nose cut off by the 67. The 67 bails on the inside line. Now it's only the 5 car to help the 05. Coming into turns 1 and 2 now, and off the exit of 2, coming down the back straightaway. The 05 has got a huge competition on the outside. The outside's getting the run coming down the back straightaway, and it looks like Serif, he does take the lead. He's got him cleared. Is he going to come down into turn 3? No, he does not. He stays to the outside, and I would too, because that's where all the support is.
Yeah, that outside line is just uniformed and pushing extremely well. It looks like Samsol is back in the mix from a wreck, and here comes Holbrook as well pushing him. But the inside line continuing to stay even with the outside line, as Boyles is getting a great push from behind from Brobst. They are working so well together, but then you have Adam Boyles and Serif on the outside, also pushing extremely well together. Which line's going to prevail here off of turn 2? It's still going to be a drag race here, headed towards the back.
The drag race now continues down the back straightaway. The 67 versus the 05, and the 67's got a lot of help on the outside lane right now. He does clear Boyles at the moment. He's not going to take it. He's going to stay to the outside. The 05 and the 5 just putting on an absolutely gladiator move on the inside. Them 2 cars are up against everybody and their grandma on the outside. These guys are just continuing to show how strong they are. Coming across the start-finish line now. It's going to be close, but the 67 leads lap 35.
Just some fantastic door-to-door racing here at Daytona as the inside and outside lines are formed extremely well. The lines are pretty much even at this point. Off of turn 2, still going to be a drag race. Seraph's going to get a huge, monstrous push here from Adam Boyles. They're going to maybe take the lead down into turn 3, but the inside line is fighting back. They're all just pushing for all they're worth, trying to get to the front of this field, as Seraph is losing a little bit of help from Boyles. And now Boyles is going to take the lead. Again, help from Brops in the 5 car.
The 05 holding very strong on the inside. Here comes the 67 with a little bit of a run on the outside. He might challenge for the race lap here. It's not going to happen, though. The 05 does lead lap 36. The inside line prevailing very well now and in their quest to stay out front. The 05 doing a great job with all the help he's got behind him. The non-existent help that he has behind him. The 84 having a huge gap between himself and the 5 car, as the 67, the 22, and the 57 have been working really well together through these laps. These guys continue to duke it out, coming down the back straightaway into turn 3. We're door-to-door, side-by-side for the lead of this race.
Yeah, as it looked like Seraph might have gotten into the wall there entering turn 1. Not sure what kind of damage that car has. He lost a little bit of momentum here off of turn 4 now. Can he get enough of a push from behind from Adam Boyles? But it looks like the inside line is just so strong right now. As you see, Michael Boyles continuing to lead, just controlling this race fantastically. As look at the field behind him. It's brewing. It's wild here at Daytona. Both lanes are pushing for all that. We're trying to get to the front of this field, but right now it's controlled by Michael Boyles, coming off of turn 2 now.
Again, down the back straightaway, we're going to see a drag race. We'll see what the 67 does on the outside. He's got all the help behind him, but so does Michael Boyles. Everybody has formed up now. We're going to be seeing a lot of lead changes now between the top 2 guys. We might not be able to see a little bit of action here unless a car blows up. These cars, they get really hot when they're following the car in front of them due to the restricted airflow of the car underneath. So these guys also are having to manage their water temps, their oil temps, as well as racing around everybody else around them. So the challenge continues to mount. The competition only gets more stout as the race goes on. Michael Boyles doing a fantastic job on the inside, as well as Robert Brops. Coming down the back straightaway now.
Yeah, as you can see that the outside line is getting really formed right now. As you see, is that Barnett back there trying to make it 3 wide through the middle? He's going to do it, but he has no help. Oh, it's going to be tight. Oh, near contact was made. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure who that was that went down to the apron, but we continue racing. No catastrophe. Oh, as Seraph almost gets into the wall. There's so much action going on right now here at Daytona as it looks like the drag race continues. Boyles is going to lead this race. Wow, what a crazy turn of events in the last lap with all this different jockeying for position.
Tyler Barnett is actually 1 lap down. He's trying to work his way back to the front to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. The 13 car doing everything he can to try to get around all these other guys to get that lap back the old-fashioned way. As we now see the 67 trying to do a little bit of a side draft move there. It doesn't really work out for him as they're coming down the back straightaway now. The 22 still behind the 67. These guys pushing extremely hard now. Going into turn 3 through 3 and 4 now. These guys still side by side coming off of turn 4. It's going to be a drag race to see who leads this lap.
Yeah, as it looks like that 67 car on the outside is a little squirrely. Maybe the handling is going away. But here we are halfway through here at Daytona, starting lap 41. Who I think that was the 05 that led that lap. If Boyles, we're going to continue to go side by side down into turn 1. You can see Samsel in the 57 behind the 22. He's looking for a way to get around, maybe push him to the lead. This is just really tight racing up here in the front with evenly matched lines. Not a lot of places to go. But here comes Adam Boyles. He's going to give Seraph a huge push here into turn 3. We're going to continue to drag race.
These guys still side by side racing for the lead right now, going through 3 and 4. It's going to be another classic drag race to the start-finish line to see who does lead this lap. As now you can see the whole field, everybody's pretty organized coming to the start-finish line. It's going to be the 67 of Seraph. He leads this lap this time by, completes lap 41, on to lap 42 now, going into turn 1.
Yeah, Seraph, he's really opening up that middle lane. Maybe tempted here to take that middle lane away from him if he leaves that much opening, but he's going to go back down to the door of the 5 car, maybe get a little bit of a side draft here down the backstretch, as that inside line is just really strong. They just don't seem to have any. Oh, he's now Surf is going to go to the inside. He did clear. He's going to bail on Boyles, who has pushed him to the front, as now Adam Boyles is going to lead that outside line. Help from Jackson Samsel.
Now we see a change of lanes here. The 67 now coming down to the bottom line. That might be a long-term decision, as now we're probably going to be cutting into a little bit of a fuel run here. We might be able to see some green flag runs, or green flag pit stops, excuse me. That outside lane, though, Adam Boyles, he's making a charge on the outside. The 57 car, he's pushing the heck out of the 22. Now coming down the back straightaway, they're going to have a huge run. It's the 57 and the 22 on the outside. The 67 might not have what he wanted now to stay on the bottom side. Out front, the 22 not electing to come down just yet, as the 57 is all over the rear bumper of the 22. Off of turn 4, here they come. The 22 is going to get another big run from the 57. The 22 is going to be way out front. Boyles, Adam Boyles, leads this lap.
Wow, this is just incredible. That 57 is an absolute rocket ship. He's just pushing that 22 for all it's worth. He's going to try and send him here into turn 1 with the lead. Boyles is going to stay committed to the 57 car. That's who's helped him get to the point he's at now. Simmons is getting back to the front of this race here in the 55 car. Where did he come from? He's making his way back to the lead. Oh, his Seraph's a little squirrely down the backstretch. He hangs on to it. But Adam Boyles is going to continue to lead here into turn 3. Help from Samsel. This is incredible up here at the front.
These guys really pushing hard on the outside. The 57 and the 22 really putting on a whale of a show right now. The 67, he's electing to go back up on top. The 67 and the 22 are reconnected once again, and it looks like the 05 is going to get a run. It's not going to be enough this time by, though. The 67 of Seraph does lead.
Oh,
and we're in the back.
Barnett, Samsel. Big collision here. Whoa.
Huge wreck. Out front, Tyler Barnett trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. It does not work out for him. Huge complications to this race.
Wow, what crazy racing we were watching, and they just all went awry there across the tri-oval. Unbelievable what we just witnessed. Multiple cars involved. You see the 57 car, the 13 of Barnett.
Ooh, Barnett trying to make it go 3 wide right here. We're going to have to go slow motion. In fact, we're going to rewind just a little bit here and see what happened. 3 wide situation coming across the start-finish line here. Tyler Barnett trying to take all the opportunity he can to try to get that 13 back out front. And it just does not work for him this time. Maybe a little bit of net code there between the 13 and the 84. Just innocently collects the 57 there, and huge contact with the outside wall. The 84 getting massive damage. The 13 getting massive damage as we now see the pileup from the chopper view. The 33 coming in with that T-bone. And the 35 once again getting big damage.
Wow. Did you see Malloy? I was looking for him on that crash replay. He was going over the berm and a turn, or I guess that would be on the road course exit back onto NASCAR 1. That was crazy.
We got to look at what Malloy did here once again. Sounds like he is just barely getting by. You can see him in the middle of the screen right now. Went all the way, just trying to avoid. he goes all the way to the inside.
Oh my goodness.
What great wreck avoidance, though. Wreck avoidance. Way to look ahead there. Really. 34 once again coming out with a particularly clean car. Doing a great job there. Right now, though, we've got pit stops happening. Michael Boyles on pit road leading the field down. Austin Hallbrook does decide to stay out. Everybody else pits. Everybody is out. In. Sorry.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a game changer here, changing up the strategy. We saw Holbrook pit on the last caution, so he likes to stay out. Broderick is going to take a pit stop. Most of the field actually coming down pit lane. maybe think they can make it to the end of this race on fuel. We'll have to wait and see. But looks like the 57 got some of his damage repaired there. Looked like he got away all right with a little bit of damage. Not too much, not something significant.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like, though, the 67 does go pretty far back. Back to P7 at the moment. James Molloy coming out P8 right now. Right now, man on top, Austin Holbrook, the number 12 car. All right. Look, we got a lot of comments here. Let's go through them real quick. The old one, fun race, great broadcasting, go Digga boys. Thank you. Thank you, we appreciate that. Thank you for the comment. Tim Henderson, tried and true. What a guy. What a guy, this Tim Henderson. What a unit. Absolute Chad. He says they're going real fast, real left, son. Woo. Sounds like some of that Alabama Bama man. Jimmy 6 times here. Premium Stock Car Racing League tuning in. Awesome. Love it. That's great. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for commenting. Means a lot. Got TP in here. Welcoming everybody. Thank you for that. Old one once again. Exciting. What a race. Jimmy 6 times. Oops. Yeah. That was a pretty good wreck right there. Tim Henderson, the things you just hate to see. Look, it's plate racing, baby. It's plate racing. Big time netcode. It's getting ridiculous on iRacing. It's a joke. It really is. Look, we see it a lot. I'm not going to lie. We do see a lot of netcode happening. It's kind of hard to explain as well, but netcode is basically just a... It's an approximation of where the car is at on track due to all these cars and internet settings that differences that people might have. It's a whole thing. It's almost like the tip of the iceberg, if you will. Hard to explain. Maybe it's just for me hard to explain, but yeah, it is ridiculous, and it sucks that some people do get involved, but the beauty of iRacing. Lowell Hurt, great action. Sure is. Check this out, too. We're going to be here every week broadcasting these guys, too. And it's going to be great. The great action is only going to get greater action. Yeah. Dallas Seward. Dallas Seward says netcode is BDN. Big Daddy NASCAR.
Big Daddy NASCAR.
Come on. Look, if you guys don't know that saying, well, congratulations. That is your first time hearing it. You hear it a lot on this channel, especially if you tune in to our podcast. In fact, I'm going to plug Dallas Seward right now. Right now, a great member to our channel. Being a member gives you some great perks. You get to use some of those cool pictures there in the chat. Not only that, though, you can join us on our podcast. Join us and come talk about some racing. Dallas Seward has done it plenty of times. Is that something you guys are interested in? Go hit that join button on our homepage. Look at this, though. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going green flag racing right now. Pace car's coming off of the racing surface. Austin Holbrook in the 12 car leading the field to green as he's coming into the tri-oval and into the restart zone. The green flag is out in the air, and he gets another fantastic jump over second and third place. The 5 car, Robert Brobst, he's doing everything he can to catch back up to the 12. The outside lane is not formed. The inside lane is trying to get formed as the 96 and the 22 come down, and they're electing to go to the inside lane. The 67 of Nick Serif having a lot of promise on the outside. He's continuing his run to stay to the outside. He's got Michael Boyles behind him, the 34, Malloy. He's going up there with him. The 76 is up there as well. And here comes the 67. He comes out of nowhere. He's already up front. Boyles is there too. The 67, he's coming down to the front. He's going to lead the inside lane, and that leaves Boyles out to dry. He's got to get some help to him real quick as they're coming off of turn 4 into the tri-oval.
Wow, those guys got shot out of an absolute cannon. They made like 6 passes down the backstretch to put Serif to the lead. But now here comes Holbrook to the outside. A little bit of a move that he just pulled up. Shake and bake here at Daytona as he goes to the outside. Now he's going to take the help that he gets from Boyles. But here comes Malloy. He's up here in 6th place after all of the luck that he's had on his side today. He's showing his nose up here at the front. But Holbrook with help from Boyles. They're going to take the lead from Seraph down the back. And do they take it to the bottom here into turn 3?
Into turn 3 they go. The 12 and the 05 still staying high. The 12 looking like he might come down just a little bit here. He's thinking about it. And the 05 now comes to the outside of the 12. It leaves no choice for the 12. The 67, he's trying to go the inside. Almost 3 wide situation. We got checkups on the inside lane. These guys are almost not figuring it out as Michael Boyles does lead that lap on the outside. The 34 and the 05 now. It's their time to shine with the outside lane forming up as well as the inside. Going into turn 1 and off of turn 2 now.
Little bit of position jockeying, changing lines. Now you see Malloy go to the inside. He's bailing on Boyles as Seraph is going to push Holbrook. Those two guys are just extremely quick right now as you got 3 of them locking bumpers here down the backstretch. That's Holbrook, Seraph, and Brops. As now Malloy is going to maybe clear Boyles here on the inside, move himself up the P4 as that outside line has dissipated. It has vanished. Can they build the momentum back up as they've lost the numbers that they need to make that line competitive? As Holbrook continues to lead help from Seraph behind him as here comes Boyles. Oh my goodness, maybe contact between the 34 and the 76, but we save them as we go into turn 1.
Into turn 1 we go. The 12 car still out front, getting a great push by Seraph on the inside line. That's not something that we're used to seeing right now. The 67 holding out, and he's going up to the top. He's got Michael Boyles there now. He's going to stop that run of the 05. All that energy now is into the 67 car. He's going to pass the 12 once again. He's going to pass him and go back to the bottom line. Here comes Boyles to the outside. He's got the run with the 76. Here comes the 91 on the outside. These guys are about to duke it out. Coming across the line, Austin Holbrook, he's getting loose. He saves it. Coming off of turn 4 into the tri-oval now. The 05 has the car length advantage and leads this lap.
My goodness, this is wild racing here at the front of the field. Everybody wants to lead. Here comes Boyles on the outside. Help from the 76 car of Stat. Those guys have linked back up together. Seraph on the inside. Holbrook's going to push him. The inside line's getting a great run here through 1 and 2. Off of turn 2, it's a little bit of a Daytona drag race down the backstretch. Seraph and Boyles continuing to lead those two out lanes respectively as now Holbrook looks to the outside of Seraph, maybe trying to get a little bit of air to the nose of that car as we continue to stay side by side down here into turn 3.
Side by side they still are off the turn 4, the 67 versus the 05. Austin Holbrook giving a great push to the 67 now, coming into the tri-oval. It's going to be a little bit of a drag race here to the start-finish line, but it's going to go to Seraph. Seraph leads lap 53 now, coming out of the tri-oval and into turn 1. We're still battling it out for the lead of this race. The 67 and the 05 having great helpers behind them all over their rear bumper now, coming off of turn 2 and into the back straightaway. We're going to see that run on the outside.
Whoa, Brops grabbed a lot of apron there, was sideways. He saves it. Malloy's going to push him now as Boyles has got this outside line is just looking racy. They are super fast up there. They're pushing extremely well. Look at, you have Stewart back in the mix in the 91 car. He's coming back to the front of this field. This is incredible. The faces and the new names we see finding a way back to the front of the field as Seraph leads the inside. Whoa, a little bit of lane jockeying there as everybody snakes across the tri-oval here. Wow, as now Boyles is going to lead this lap barely over the inside of Seraph. This is wild up here at the front of the field.
The 67, he is getting overpowered by that outside lane. Michael Boyles, he's cleared him. We're going to see what the inside lane can do here now coming off at turn 2. The 05 and the 76, they're going to have the run coming down the back straightaway as they enter it now. The 76 has to do something with the 05 to complete that pass. It almost looks like it's not going to happen. That is a rare occasion that the inside line actually holds strong. What a run by this inside lane at the moment as the 67 continues to prevail on the inside line. That is one strong car. That is a strong pack on the inside as the 05 gets that run off of turn 4 to the start-finish line.
Yeah, as the outside line's got a lot of momentum built up here as the inside line kind of fades a little bit here, but the outside line doesn't have the numbers right now linked together as now Holbrook is just locked to the bumper of that 67 car. Everybody's squirrely right now here through 1 and 2. This is wild as now Stanton goes real wide, maybe trying to back up to the rear bumper, or to the front bumper of that 91 car to maybe get a big run down the backstretch. They are going to get a big run. Oh, Seraph goes out of line a little bit It looks like he's a little squirrely, still fighting the handling on that car down the backstretch. As now Holbrook is going to go back to the bumper here into turn 3. Can he give him the shove they need to clear this outside line and take grasp of the front of this field?
Off of turn 4 they go now. It's still side-by-side battle. Maybe a little bit of contact there between the leaders. They got a little bit squirrely there off of turn 4. Coming to the start-finish line, it's going to be Boyles this time by in the 05 car, leading that lap with 24 laps to go. These guys continuing to duke it out now. Going into turn 1, we're going to see that outside lane get really good as Austin Holbrook on the inside lane grabs a little bit of apron there. That's not what he wanted as he tries to get back to the rip up the 67. The 67 also grabbing us some apron there, getting himself a little bit loose. We're going to see the 05 making a great run on the outside with the 76 as they go into turn 3 now. The 05 does clear the 67 now. The 67 is prevailing on the inside. Austin Holbrook gathering it back together to bring that 67 back to the front. Off of turn 4 now, the 67 almost makes contact with the 05. Going into the tri-oval now, it's going to be a drag race.
Wow, that 67 is just of Seraph. He is just fighting the will out of that car. That car is dead sideways off of every corner. He's holding on to it, though, and trying to lead this race. As now you see Boyles go back to the lead. Stanton has just been committed to that rear bumper to keep that outside line moving. As now he gets a little squirrely. That was a little bit of a stack up maybe on the inside line as Seraph gets a little loose off of turn 2. We're going to continue to drag race. Holbrook's going to give him a shove. Then Props is going to give Holbrook a shove. Wow, that inside line is just beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, as Holbrook gets a big shove. Almost loses it. They're going to hang on to it, but lose a little bit of momentum here as the 05 continues to fight back on the outside.
Here comes the 67 and the 12 car. These guys have been... Whoa, we got an inside!
Oh, that's Malloy!
Malloy to the inside. Huge damage. Makes inside contact with the wall there. He's going to try to save it. He's got no steering. That left front is broke. He's going to try his best to get back off the track. Unfortunate for the 34. His luck has finally run out. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the rabbit has left the hat, bounced right on out of it as his luck is gone. As we've got some crazy action up here at the front. Unbelievable as Boyles is continuing to lead, but this inside line's dissipated a little bit. The outside line is formed extremely well. Oh, we got a little bit more lane jockeying. As you see Tyler D back in the mix here in the 54. After all of his troubles today, he's back in this fight. As now we're going to go side by side again. Oh, Seraph is sideways. Stan's going to give a huge shove to Boyles. Boyles looking at the inside line. He's not going to take it. They're going to continue to lead that outside line.
Now it's almost like everybody's just getting desperate here a little bit. The inside line, we're having lots of checkups. The 05 and the 76 getting down to the bottom line to try to get a little bit of a side draft there to get themselves out front. We might be hitting a little bit of green flag pit stops here pretty soon, Jay. It's going to get interesting. Coming up to the end of this race, we've only got 21 laps to go, and everybody's starting to get a little bit antsy here. Maybe one more big wreck that we might see. I don't know, but we are 3 wide back here. Bobby Dennis decides to think better of that, goes all the way down to the bottom, the 88, and himself doing a little bit of jockeying there. Nick Seraph, though, he is still on the inside with the 05 on the outside of him. Coming across start-finish line now. That one goes to Boyles. 20 laps to go here at Daytona.
Yeah, as it looks like that outside line might just be able to clear here into turn 1. Michael Boyles is clear, but no, the 76 of Stanton is not clear. Seraph is going to continue to fight back here on the inside. On the exit of turn 2, who's going to take advantage down the back? It seems like these two lines just can't, they're inseparable. They can't get away from each other. Oh, Seraph gets a bad push. Oh, he goes sideways. He saves it, but that's going to allow the outside line to absolutely take control of this race. And they're going to stay to the outside. They're not going to take the inside. This is wild as now Stanton is going to push Boyles out in front of the field here off of turn 4.
Boyles electing to stay high right now as he had a prime opportunity to go low at the moment. Doesn't take it, but here comes the 76. He goes to the outside. Wrecking the 91. Austin Holbrook gets through with the 67. Seraph.
No.
Yellow flag.
Seraph is around. There it is, the caution.
Wow, unbelievable. Did you see those guys go right through the grass? Toro lawnmower special here at Daytona. Unbelievable.
Oh, man. Let's go back and rewind it just a little bit. Look, we saw the 76 Getting on the outside of the 05 there really just kind of changed everything up here. The 91 season opportunity tries to go low, not clear, pushes the 67 down into the infield, and the 67 trying to turn, not getting that turn. 67.
Oh, who was that just threaded the needle there? That was wild. He went right between both of the 90 and the 67. Unbelievable. Look at this. Red car coming into the frame now on the bottom left. Looks like the 94 threads the absolute needle right here. Full throttle right through. Unbelievable.
Wow, Nick Galis doing everything he can to avoid that wreck. That was insane.
Taking a note out of Malloy's playbook on that one. That was wild.
In fact, let's just go on board with the Dega Boys cam right now and see what he saw getting himself through that wreck. We're just going to rewind it. Yeah, let's let it play.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh, man! He's going to need to change his shorts after that one. That was crazy.
That was a code brown for sure. Nick Galis and the number 94 doing a great job to keep himself relevant in this race. Wow. Big save for the 94. Great job by him so far. Real quick though, Dallas Seward could be printing 100 office memos sound exciting. Dega Boys could make printing 100 office memos sound exciting. I mean, if it fits, it ships, right? Hemi God says, "View, time for a breather." Dallas Seward. That looked like a really bad rejoin. And Tim Henderson, the absolute unit of this channel, Big Daddy Dega Boys. Come on with it. Hey, look at this. Jackson Samson in the chat. How you doing, buddy?
I just want to let you guys know that we only have 10 minutes left in this race, so it is looking like we will have the clock ending this race and not scheduled distance.
All right. Well, there you go. Turning into a timed race now. With these guys. Maybe, that throws a monkey wrench in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that means the intensity is going to be ratcheting up. These guys have 10 minutes left on the clock in this one. It's go time here at Daytona. If you want to find victory lane tonight, it's time to get up on the wheel. Get it to the front.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, the one who looks the best is Matt Staton out front right now. We've seen how strong that 76 car has been all night. Really, now is his time to shine. We got Michael Boyles out here. Bobby Dennis finds his way back to the front. Incredible show of resilience for that 02 car as he finds himself in P3. He's going to be on the inside lane, pushing Matt Staton on this restart. Austin Holbrook, 12 car. We've seen him up front pretty much all race. And then look at this. Logan Monteith, number 99. Budweiser Chevrolet. He's up in P5. That is your top 5 for the moment. Look, we've got a couple new names up here. But you know what? This is Daytona. Anything can happen. It's a plate race.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's all about putting yourself in the right position at the right time to get the right shove to take you to the front of the field. And we've seen it all night long. One bad push or a little bit of a misjudgment, even netcode, as we've mentioned here in the chat, can end your night and end your hopes of winning here at Daytona. But we're setting it all up for you guys here on the Dega Boys channel for the Backmarker season opener here at Daytona. We have less than 10 minutes remaining in your season opener. Who takes the victory here tonight? We're about to find out. But the lights are out on the pace car, and you know what that means.
That means, ladies and gentlemen, we are going green flag racing this time by. We're going to be looking at under 10 minutes to go now with these guys trying to put themselves in a position to win this race. It is going to be an insane battle that we're going to witness here for the race win. Staton out front right now. Hemi got in the chat. Anything can and will happen. Look, that's got to be the motto of plate races.
Yeah. It's definitely the motto of plate racing, especially here at Daytona.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. We've seen some crazy wrecks so far. We've seen some crazy racing so far. We've seen some great battles. And it's about to all come to an end here. Coming into turn 3, and we're going to be witnessing some great finishes. Great racing. It's not over. It's not over. We still got less than 10 minutes left. And Matt Staton leading this field. Anything can happen, though. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be really interesting. Michael Boyle's on the outside of him, ready to get this done.
We got a wreck back here before we even get started. Oh my goodness. Major collisions back here.
Holy cow.
What just happened? Oh boy. Looks like we're going to wave off this restart. Maybe.
Yeah, let's
That was big.
well, let's go back and see what happened here. Good camera angle, see what happened. Oh, the 16 runs into the back of the 19. Oh, he's running into the back of. Whoa, what's going on there with the 16? Oh my god.
This throttle stick? That was really weird.
Let's go back and look real quick. Now we know. Got a little bit of a bigger picture here.
It's like maybe his throttle might have stuck and he had just went right through all of those guys. Finally got it woed up. Strange incident here at Daytona. The excitement is just building now. I mean, wow.
All right. So, Matt Staton still up front. We've got pretty much the same top 5 here. A couple of contenders grabbing a little bit of damage there. But we are lights out on the pace car once again. And we're going to be going green flag racing this time by. So we're going to be watching Matt Staton, number 76, be leading this field to green. Here comes the pace car. He's going to be coming off the racing surface and down to pit road. Matt Staton coming up into the restart zone. We are under a time crunch, and the 76 gets the green flag. The 05 and the 12 on the outside already nose to bumper here. The 02 of Bobby Dennis not getting a great start. That's not what the inside lane needed here. Matt Staton still holding strong on that P1 position, but here comes the 05 and the 12 coming into turn 1. The 99 maybe looking to take it 3 wide. Here he comes. He's going to try to make it 3 wide here early on this restart, coming off at turn 2 now. He's still looking. He's to the outside of the 02 and the inside of the 91. We're 3 wide back here with these guys going down the back straightaway. We're desperate. Somebody wants to win this race.
Oh, we see a little bit of contact down the back, but Holbrook had to throw a block because the 99 had just a massive run through the middle. And Stewart got left out to dry up on the outside. No help behind him. Here comes Props. He's going to try and push the 99 of Montleaf to the front, but Boyles continues to lead. Holbrook with a massive push behind him. They've worked so well together, but Staton, don't discredit him on the inside. It looks like the 12 car tried to throw a block a little late. It looks like Boyles going to continue to lead. Staton's going to try and hold that inside line.
And the inside line is almost making a little bit more traction here. We're looking to be 3 wide here in the back. Here comes the 99 on the outside. We got contact. They save it. What an incredible save right there as we're now getting down to the nitty gritty of this race. The 99 holding on to it. We are 3 wide back here. Who is that in the 21? 27, Steve Loving. No, excuse me. We're further back. It doesn't matter. We're 3 wide still. Blake Hopp on the outside. Joey Stats trying to make himself relevant here, but it's Michael Boyles up front. The leaders are wrecking. Michael Staton is around.
Oh my goodness, you can feel the anticipation or the excitement was building. And we're going to stay green. We're still green. Holbrook is going to lead, but here comes comes the 96 of Stats with a monster run here into turn 1. He's going to push Holbrook. Oh, it looks like we got somebody on the apron there. That would have been the 02 car, maybe has an issue. But we're still green. Up here at the front, Holbrook is leading this race. As now Boyles is going to try and fight back on the outside. He's going to go back to the outside and cover it up. Oh, he's going to get stuck in the middle. We're 3 wide down the back.
3 wide down the back. The bad move there by the 12 trying to block the outside. It doesn't work. He's going to go all the way to the back. The 99 is helping out the 05. We're 3 wide for 5th place back here as these guys are duking it out. Here comes back the 12. The 12's all over the rear bumper of the 99. The 05 and the 99 still pushing extremely hard on the outside. The 99 shoots to the bottom. He's to the bottom side of the 05. These guys are just duking it out now. Going into turn 1.
Wow, Montleaf has been absolutely on rails since the restart. He's made up like 6 positions. Now he controls the lead on the inside. Boyles to the outside. We're going to drag race down Daytona. The Daytona drag race down the back is now, it looks like Boyles is going to get a huge push because Holbrook is back in the mix. He's trying to push Boyles back to the front after that poor block he made on the backstretch. But he'll count out the 99, help from the 96 on the inside. These guys are working extremely well. That 99 car is on rails right now.
The 99 holding strong on the bottom side with help from Joey Stats on the inside. That's the 96 car right there. They're pulling very strong versus the 05 car of Michael Boyles. The 99 does lead that lap. We got to be coming down to crunch time with the amount of time left in this server. The 99 still holding very strong on the inside. The 12 and the 05, though, they've been working together all night long. They might get a run coming down the back straightaway as now they exit turn 2 and on the back straightaway, we might be seeing a little bit of a run happening. Here it is. Here comes Michael Boyles on the outside. Going into turn 3 now, we're going to watch another drag race.
Oh, does it look like Holbrook looked to the outside? He wanted to make it 3 wide, but he's going to stay committed to the rear bumper of that 05 of Boyles. They're going to continue to drag race down into turn 3 and off of turn 4. Both inside and outside lines are formed perfectly. Oh, it's going to be a little bit of side draft in here as we're going to go across the line. It looks like Boyles might lead this lap. It's going to be a little bit of a drag race across the line. We got 9 laps to go, but we don't know how much time is left. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty here at Daytona.
Now going into turn 1, we're still side by side with the 99 and 05. This is coming down to the nitty gritty. We got to be coming close to that 10-minute timer that we have right now, but the 99 holding very strong on the inside lane. It's the 99, the 96, and the 91 continuing to make that bottom lane relevant. The outside lane, Michael Boyles, all night long doing what he can to hold strong, and he's done a great job of it. But right now, that inside lane is so strong. Coming off of turn 4 now, Michael Boyles, he is going to get a run. He's going to lead this lap. Look at the run he gets now coming across the start-finish line. He clears first place.
Wow, this is incredible. As now you look like we had a third line forming in the back there for a minute, but it didn't form. But now the 12 car is going to go to the inside with a huge shake and bake move here into turn 1. It's going to take Holbrook to the lead right in front of Monteith. And now Boyles is going to go hang up. The 96 blew it up. He blew it up. Oh, my goodness. Big wreck in the back. That's Tyler D. That's Stewart around. The 96 blew up in front of the field. Major wreck. Unbelievable.
I think we're still racing, Jay. We got
We're
the
still
top,
green. Oh,
we got the top 3 still going at it here. Austin Holbrook leading this field at the moment. The 99 car trying everything he can.
Oh, this
it's
is for the
checker
checker.
flag. The 12 car. He's going to win this race. Austin Holbrook. Austin Holbrook wins this race. Logan Monteith doing everything he can to try to get by him. Could not make it happen. Michael Boyles coming home in P3.
Wow, there's just so much to unpack over that last lap with the time limit coming down. And then we have an engine expire on the backstretch. Big wreck. And it was Holbrook with the great aggressive pushes he was doing all night long. Continued to find ways to get to the front of the field, and he went out and took it right at the end. Held off Monteith and Boyles, who were just phenomenal all night long, especially at the end, with Monteith making an incredible amount of moves to get to the front of this field. But it is Austin Holbrook and the 12 taking your season opener here at Daytona.
Let's go back and look at that crash that happened on the back straightaway here. Look, we can see right when the 96 blows up coming off of turn 2, he's pushing real hard, trying to get himself out front. Right there, he blows up. He's trying to get down onto the apron. There's nothing he can do except hold that wheel to the left. The 91 makes contact, but there's really nowhere else for him to go. The 91 and the 2 gets collected. The 94 barely gets by. Holy cow. And the 94 ends up finishing P4. But there's a huge pileup back here because people were digging hard. They wanted to win this race.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. I don't think anybody could have predicted that 96 was going to blow up in front of them. By the time that they realized what was happening, too late. And carnage.
Yep, absolutely. That's just, again, super speedway racing right there, baby.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable race. What a great drive by your top threes with Monteith at the late race charge, and you have Boyles who controlled a lot of that race, and Holbrook, who was just a committed pusher all night long, ends up getting to cross the line first. Unbelievable.
All right, let's bring down our P3 finisher of Michael Boyles. Michael, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Oh, man, what a race that we just saw right there coming to the checker flag. Look, I know we were under time constraints, but did you know?
I did. They were already saying at like 20 laps. They were like, this might not be good. But yeah, I knew. Like, I was even trying to like tell them like 5 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go. And then I had to like lock in, so I just stopped talking. So,
well, I mean, but the whole race, Michael, the whole race, you were up front. You were holding that top lane. The whole race. I mean, you were working some magic there. You and the 12 car just all night long were holding that top lane. How much more dominant was that top lane in comparison to the bottom lane?
well, it was. I mean, thank the Lord, it was awesome. Like in the corners, were faster. And then especially in the tri-oval, the inside would check up a ton. And I mean, I always knew going to the line that we would be up front. So that's why I usually tried to stay up there. And then obviously it didn't work out because almost the whole field crashed. And I tried to get back up there. I let off to try and get a better slingshot, like I guess time it right, but I was never able to get fully back up there. So I messed up there, but thank the Lord. Austin was pushing me. He did a great job. I appreciate him. Glad he won it. I mean, I'm upset I didn't win it, but it was fun. It hurts, but it was fun for sure.
Absolutely. A huge field tonight. You coming out here and just cutting through it and even finishing on the podium is nothing to hang your head out. Hang your head down about. I mean, but honestly, you made that outside lane work all night long. It was absolutely your strength tonight. But congratulations on your P3 finish. Jay, what do you got for Michael?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations. I mean, what a great run you had, just a contender all night long. Put on a show for us up here in the booth. I mean, it was a fantastic race. Who do you have to thank for your performance here tonight?
First and foremost, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Could not do anything without him. He's done a lot in my life. He's done the most in my life. And my teammates at Impact, my brother, he's the one that started Impact, and we got a bunch of the guys from in here. And we've been a group for a while. So yeah, Impact, my family, my friends, all of them. Thank for the sponsors. And yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations on your P3 finish for tonight. Michael, we sincerely hope to see you in the next one.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and thank y'all too. I forgot to thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for sure. I love to go back and just watch the races, and I'm sure y'all's commentating was awesome too. So I'll definitely go back and check it out and see all the wildness for myself.
Absolutely. It's a good one. It's definitely one to look back on and watch for sure. Great race. Great race. Hey, congratulations once again, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that was your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's go ahead and bring up your P2 finisher for tonight. That is Logan Monteith. Let's see if we can find him here. Here he is. Let's bring him on down. Logan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Logan, what an incredible run you had. Specifically, you weren't really up in the front all race long. It kind of seemed like possibly you were saving your stuff for the end there. You saved it for the right time, the right opportunity. You find yourself in a crazy situation coming to the end of the race, and you pull out a P2 finish. Holy cow. Tell us a little bit about your race and what was going on.
Yeah, I was kind of just letting everybody use up all their stuff first and avoiding wrecks, and I got lucky on a couple of them, and then there at the end, it was go time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, you chose the prime opportunity to utilize the speed of that car to come out front and find yourself in a situation where you could win this race. Now, coming to the line, we saw you take a very aggressive line to try to get around the 12 car to win this race. Did you feel like you could get around the 12 car coming across the start-finish line?
Only way I would have if I hooked them, but I wasn't gonna do that, so.
Yeah. Just kidding. But nonetheless, I mean, just a fantastic race you drove tonight. I would say definitely one to look back on and you know, show yourself on how you should drive super speedways. Really, I mean, just a great run by you tonight in that 99 team, and yeah, congratulations on your P2 finish, Jay. That's all I got for Logan here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, I just want to say what an awesome run there at the end. I mean, you gained like 6-7 positions there right at towards the end of that race. Put yourself in a position to win. I mean, just Dyson and lane jockeying. It was just so fun to watch and call up here in the booth. But who do you have to thank for your impressive run here tonight?
Thank you guys for broadcasting. Backmarkers Racing League, Blake Hoppy with Break Hard Designs for sponsoring this race, and all the other sponsors that go into this, and even all the people watching the broadcast. Couldn't do it without everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you for those kind words there. We really appreciate it. Logan, congratulations on your P2 finish tonight, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you.
That was Logan, your P2 finisher. And let's go ahead and bring up your race winner for tonight. That is Austin Holbrook. Austin, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Oh, man, fantastic. What a race that we just witnessed. A great race of just phenomenal competition. And then the end of the race there where we got to watch the 12 car cross the start-finish line first. What an insane race. What the perseverance that you had in that 12 car to keep it clean and bring it home P1. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the push. We had a good group up front. Had one last-ditch effort to get in front of Logan, pulled down, and I think I had about an inch to spare, and luckily he didn't wreck me for cutting him off. But coming to the line, I didn't realize we only had 4 cars with us. There was a huge pile up behind us. But appreciate those guys running clean. It was a fun last few laps.
Absolutely, it was. I mean, I was just running out of breath up here. I'm not gonna lie.
I want to watch. Yeah, I want to watch the replay. I hadn't seen it yet.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
That's cool.
But you know, all night long we saw you and the 05 car up front in that top lane, just absolutely, you know, flexing really all night long on everybody else in the bottom lane. I mean, how strong was that 12 car pushing that 05 car all night?
When I linked up with him, I definitely felt like we could go anywhere, especially in the top lane. It seemed like actually you had to really have somebody you trusted on the bottom. It got sketchy a lot of times with the apron. So once I got somebody smooth like him up top, we zoomed past everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just goes to show how strong that dynamic duo of the 05 and 12 were, Austin Holbrook. Well, you know, you put yourself in a position at the end of the race there. We know there is a time crunch. You capitalize on it. You come home P1. Congratulations on the opening round win for this season at Daytona with the Xfinity cars. Jay, that's all I got for Austin here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, Austin, what a show you put on tonight. I mean, we enjoyed it up here in the booth. I'm sure everybody else watching enjoyed it as well. Just a great, phenomenal way to start a season. What a great race here at Daytona. But who do you have to thank for your awesome performance here tonight?
Yeah, thank you guys. I can't wait to go back in and watch the broadcast. Thanks for the sponsors, everybody putting the league together. So I look forward to a good season. We got all the good people back together. So like I said, I don't know where the race is next week. I think Homestead, but looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Next week is Homestead. We're going to be doing 100 laps around that place. And if it's half as good as this race, I just expect it to be off the rails. And it's all going to be produced by you and all the drivers in this league. So, but again, congratulations, Austin, on your P1 finish. A fantastic job that you did tonight. And really, Austin, we hope to see you in the next one.
Hey, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for putting the time in. Talk to y'all next week.
All right, talk to y'all next week. That was Austin Holbrook, your race winner for tonight. Just wow. Jay, let's go through our classic post-race breakdown here. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, man. What an absolute race we witnessed. I mean, we got started. We got a little bit of action at the front, a little bit of lane jockeying, trying to find positions. We had, 7 lead changes in the first 7 laps. And then we started getting into the typical Daytona, what you expect. You know it's going to happen. You just don't know when. And we got a couple big ones thrown in. Had a lot of different pit strategies. A lot of your heavy hitters got involved in some wrecks towards the halfway point of this race. And then towards the second half of the race, we saw new drivers emerging to the front, putting on a wonderful show for us. I mean, just insane 3-wide racing there at certain points of the race. A lot of 2-line racing. The outside lane was just racy tonight. It didn't matter who got up there. They could find their way to the front. A lot of different lead changes towards the end. And then you saw Monteith at the very end of the race, just with a massive run, climbs about 6-7 positions, threads the needle. I mean, made incredible moves. And then ultimately at the end of the race, you saw your race winner, Holbrook, take the win with a move to the inside. He cut that thing right down to the apron, took it to the inside, takes the lead, and then carnage happens behind. Unfortunate for a lot of those drivers, but he ends up hanging on to the lead and crosses the chart finish line with the checkered to take the season opener here at Daytona. What a fantastic race. What a fantastic way to kick off this season for the Backmarkers Racing. Wow. That's about the best I can explain. Just wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we've got a great program here with the Backmarkers guys. What a fantastic race that we got going on here. And look, it's only race 1. We've got 12 more races to go with all of this awesome broadcasting coming straight to you guys from the Dega Boys channel. Thank you all for coming out. Actually, real quick, we should go through the comments real quick. Charlie Broadwick in the chat saying that his internet dropped out. Everyone reappeared, and I had bowling balled everyone. Sorry, super sorry, my dudes. That just sucks, man. That just sucks. Here's the great thing about it. It's only race 1. So lots of time to recover from that. Hemi God and Lowell Hurt. Oh, Woo Dang. Oh, crap. Hemi God. Daytona is exciting. Awesome broadcast. That was awesome. More people need to be watching. Thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we agree. we'll do a little backstory here, huh? We started this channel March of last year, and we have had some amazing success. We are so close to the 1,000 subscriber goal, and it couldn't have been done without guys like you. So we really appreciate everybody who has already subscribed. If you haven't, we would love to have you guys part of the Dega Boys, group. So thank you for everybody came out and commented. Kevin Baumler, thanks for the broadcast. Absolutely, my pleasure, our pleasure. Bobby Dennis, thanks for the shout out. Hashtag RuneScape, always my guy. And Hemi God said, exciting season. Look, it's going to be a fantastic, fantastic season. So we're going to do a little bit of a wrap up here. Again, thanks to everybody coming out and commenting, liking, subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to us. It really does in our quest to getting that 1,000 subs. But also, if you guys want to be a part of the channel, make sure to hit our membership program up. We have a lot of cool options there for you. You become part of the boys. Get access to our Discord channel. You can even have the opportunity to come into one of our podcasts, which I will let Jay take over for this. Jay, why don't we talk a little bit about our podcast?
Yes, your one-stop platform on the internet, the premier motorsports platform on the internet, the hub of racing. Every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, tune in right here on this channel, and you're going to be able to listen to us talk about some racing. I mean, it's just a great time. We talk about every type of racing under the sun, auto racing, that is. So make sure if you love any type of auto racing, you love IMSA, you love sports car racing, you love dirt track racing, you love IndyCar racing, Formula racing, just come and join us on Tuesday. We talk about everything, all the hard-hitting news, give you our topics, our opinions. We preview races, we talk about races, all the drama, everything in between. From a different perspective than most people have on the internet, we give you our initial thoughts. We bounce the ideas off each other. We just have a good time. We have a lot of laughs. You'll get to see other people from the channel on that podcast as well, so you get to meet some more people behind the scenes of the Dega Boys. And it's just super fun. So this Tuesday, we'll be previewing the 24-hour at Daytona, the Rolex 24. We'll give you some of our picks. We'll break it down for you. So make sure to tune in for that if you're really interested in racing. We've got you covered. We are the hub of motorsports here on YouTube.
Absolutely. And we do a lot of fun stuff. We have a good time. We really do. And we implore you guys.
The watch parties. We also do watch parties on this channel as well, and we will actually be doing a watch party for the Rolex 24 coming up here in a couple weeks. So stay tuned to this channel. We're gonna just be watching the race, chilling, low key, just hanging out, and come chat with us in the chat room and have a good time. Watch the race with us, and we'll give you our perspective live as it's happening. It's always a great time. We did a bunch from last year, and we're gonna do a bunch more this year. And we cannot wait to bring that action to you guys here on YouTube.
Yep, absolutely. It is a great time. It is. Watch parties are fun. With all that being said, make sure you guys check out our merch store. We got lots of cool stuff. Again, you guys have only heard Big Daddy NASCAR only a few times, but look, come on into our podcast. Maybe we could do a little bit of explaining there. And but get yourself some sweet merch like this hat right here and represent the Dega Boys on YouTube. All those funds that you guys use to buy those that merch, a little bit comes back to us, and it really helps us in building this channel. So we appreciate all of that. If you also want to be a member, that's another way to help support us as well, as we really appreciate everybody in that. Dallas Seward is our man, member of the channel. Look, if you want to be a member of the channel, we'll give you a shout out too, and of course opportunities to come hang out with Jay and I. Also, make sure you guys check out the King of Camo on YouTube. They're a great affiliate channel to our channel, the Dega Boys. If you guys like anything from mild to wild and gun customization, go check them out. They've got a thriving YouTube channel. So just go over there, give them a subscribe, a like, and a comment. Tell them the Dega Boys sent you. Also, give them a little bit of that hashtag Team Dega Boys. It means a lot. It does. Look, this has been another great broadcast here on the Dega Boys channel. We really appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you so much. And, guys, we'll be here next week. We've got lots of other broadcasts going on, too, so make sure you guys check that out. This has been Thomas and Jay in the booth, and we'll see y'all in the next one.